Hey guys, today I have a quick review of Blue Bottle Coffee's 17-foot ceiling. This is an espresso blend from them, and no information on the bag as usual, but I found out that this is a very dark roast, unusually dark for Blue Bottle. So I'll give you a look at the beans real quick. There they are. Nice and dark. Some would say medium, but this is like an Italian roast I've read, and seemed to correspond with that color in my Angel's Cup app. So I did get to pull a few shots with this. None of them came out under the right parameters. I am going to pull one after I kind of give you an overview of what I experienced with the other brew methods, and I'll show you just how much crema it has. It has a ton of crema, and that isn't necessarily a good thing. I mean, crema doesn't really taste that great, and it is pretty much just a one-dimensional coffee in my opinion. It's not a bad dimension, I'd say. It's just really dark for my taste buds. So I brewed with the mocha pot, Violetti's mocha pot. I did a Kalita wave, and I did an AeroPress. And I was picking up a pretty nice aroma, and that's one thing I really liked about this coffee. I really actually was only able to smell dark chocolate most of the time, but I did also pick up a slight blueberry here and there, as well as some caramel and cinnamon. So that wasn't like an overwhelming smell or aroma, I should say, but it was there, especially after it was freshly ground. Another thing to note is that for the grind, I had to go much coarser than I'm accustomed to doing, and that goes for espresso too. So I've already done all the way back to I think a 14 on my Breville Smart Grinder Pro, and that's pretty coarse for espresso. Normally I'm down under 10 for most coffee that I pull shots of. Same thing went with the AeroPress. I had to go unusually coarse to get anything that was drinkable, and it was kind of a medium coarse grind that I had to get to in order to make the cup taste somewhat good. My favorite brew method that I used was probably, I want to say, the Kalita wave, but the mocha pot was close. So with the Kalita wave, it was kind of a dry aftertaste, but overall pretty enjoyable. I picked up some butter, smoke, caramel, and dark chocolate in terms of flavor. And for the mocha pot, it was also dark and rich as usual, really full-bodied, but I was picking up a little bit of kind of wet ground coffee taste mixed in with dark chocolate, and it wasn't nearly as complex as the Kalita was. So I'll be back with an espresso shot and tell you what I think, and you'll get to see kind of what it looks like. Overall, I think that this is a decent coffee. It's not anywhere close to my favorite of Blue Bottle's espresso blends. You'll see on my site that Hayes Valley Espresso is actually one of the top rated coffees at the time of this recording that I've reviewed on my site. So if I were to choose between that and this, I would go with Hayes Valley Espresso every time. But if you're somebody who likes dark roast coffees and you're accustomed to stuff like Peet's, this might be worth trying. I mean, you might be able to pick up on some things that you weren't able to pick up in your Peet's coffee or other dark roast coffees from different roasters. I'm just so not used to dark roast coffees these days that I can't offer too much insight. So I'll be right back. Alright, here's a look at a shot that was pulled way too fast. About 15 seconds. And you saw all that thick crema. So again, this is very dark. I pulled this on grind setting number 20 on my Breville Smart Grinder Pro, and it still came out really quickly. So even when you're too coarse with your grind, it comes out too quickly, you can still pull a shot with a lot of crema, and this one isn't half bad.